You start talking.
Why don't you start talking?
Okay. What's
Okay.
up, everybody?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Dude, nice job on the thumbnail. I couldn't have done a better job myself. You
That,
sent that over to me today.
yeah, I can't take credit for that. That's all you, man. That's that
I
golden
dig it.
Smeagol. Golden Smeagol right
I
there,
dig
the
it. I dig it.
kickoff,
I dig it.
ready
I
to
dig it.
go. Hopefully the NFL won't come after us and come after you and be like, take that stuff down. We're gonna go
Oh,
keep
I'm not taking
everything.
nothing down.
It's nothing. It's whatever. It's art. If
We got a
artificial
commercial right
intelligence can
now,
make
but
stuff up, we can do
Michigan,
it though.
we got a commercial right now, but Michigan was leading
Yep.
17-0 at the end of the
They were
first
smashing.
quarter.
Smashing.
Um, I watched my high school football team. They won their district championship last night.
Nice.
Listen to this. 35-14. And their kicker,
Mm-hmm.
their extra point kicker, field goal kicker, what have you, is now through his high school career, he is the all-time leading extra point maker. I don't know what you want to call him.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole state. He
What?
beat the record. He beat the record last night. He tied it and then beat it by 2. He has, throughout his high school football career, he has 208 extra points made. That's a lot of touchdowns.
It's over 50 a year in his if you're going to high school for 4 years and you don't
That
slack off
is
and you get
that is
held
our
the
high
bag.
school's. That's our high school's
Crazy.
5th straight season in a
Crazy.
row. 5th straight as district champions. Next Friday they move on to another team, neutral land, and play for the regional championship. And it's not long after that. If they win that one, we go to Ford Field. I think they have to win 2 more, and then they play for the state championship. So they win next week. I think they have to win the following week and go to the state championship, or they win next week, they go to the state championship, which those games are played November 26th, if I'm not mistaken. And today is November 4th. November 4th, fun fact, is my father's 71st birthday. And happy birthday, Dad.
Birthday.
He's not watching. I know he's not watching. His eyes are probably really, really heavy. So happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday,
and
Dad.
So that's the 26th. So that's a few weeks out. So I think they're probably going to have 2 games yet. They're probably have 2 games yet.
So he should be able to add even more to that record then, and just hopefully solidify it for the next decade at least, or maybe forever. Who knows?
I forget how long that record stood there for a state record.
That's a long time.
I don't recall, but that's a lot of
playing football.
Dude, that's a lot of field goal. I mean, that's a lot of extra points
a lot.
made.
I mean, that
team, and I tell you what, they tried icing them, or whatever you want to call it. He kicked one, made it, but the offense had a false start, and they had to move the ball back 5 yards, and then he booted that thing. He probably would have made it from the 50-yard line.
Jeez.
Yeah, young kid. Well, senior high school, but yeah. Hopefully he adds a couple more onto it.
Basically another Justin Tucker coming into the league, possibly. Justin Tucker 2.0.
Oh, just a good old farm boy out there kicking.
Those farm boys are meant for football. They're massive guys that are like 3 of me and my height and take all kinds of beating. Where if I take one of those things, I'm wrecked for the rest of my life in the hospital, and Aflac won't even be there to help me out.
Hey,
Nick, neighbor state farmers there, they'll take one look at me and like, nah, he's screwed, dude. What you got?
Nick's Coins wants to guess. She wants to guess who has a game used flip coin. Well, do you have a nutcracker, Nick? Michigan Nutcracker. Michigan is on right now against Purdue, 17-0. What's up, Nick? 17-0.
Smashing 17-0. Doesn't look good for the opposing team.
And just like you're doing to me, above your head is the number 14, and above my head is the number 8. That is our little outstanding bet we have going. And you have a good opportunity to take a demanding lead after this week if I don't get my act together.
It's still time. It's. I'm not touching the prize. I'm not claiming any kind of glory or whatever, any kind of false sense of it ain't over until like their last week is done. That's all
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah, no
say.
doubt. No doubt. We were taking this to the dance, baby. We're taking this to the dance. And as long as
All the
I got
way.
one, if I got one to catch up, I got a chance. I got a chance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So how'd you do last week on any type of sports betting?
Uh, I hit a big one, and the other ones were either really close or a couple guys. It's always that like one guy that like just like, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? Your
Yeah.
previous numbers the last like 7 weeks said that you were going to do this. You did
What's
this, and
up,
then
Randy?
all of a sudden, Randy, yeah, all of a sudden the player decides like, nah, I don't feel like playing today. I just want to sit here and have the have a little squirt bottle, chicky,
Oh,
this
right.
squirt the juice in my mouth and just sit there and look like I'm actually doing something. And with the helmet still on the whole game, like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
I got you for 25 yards and you got in 2 catches for 12. I don't understand. You're supposed to be like the
I
stud
didn't I didn't get in
stud
on
guy getting
anything last
67
week. I
yards every
completely
week
didn't
and
forget.
consistently like clockwork. And apparently the clock was broken. It was only right twice a day, and that was twice was the 2 catches he got for 12 yards. And I'm like, oh well, up in flames it goes. But I did
Right?
hit. But I did hit my nice little 1 p.m. little parlay I like to do. I like to take a couple of the teams I like to feel confident in their players, and I don't need to be all greedy. I stay on the alternative lines. I live off the alternative lines. I'll let everybody else do that stupid stuff. I'm like, yeah, you want to give them 80 yards every game? Go ahead. I'll just say he gets 25. I don't need to. That way when a
All
guy
right.
gets like 32 and you're like, oh, he's supposed to. Yeah, you got greedy. So, pluck a couple guys for 25 yards and figured, yeah, this receiver 25, this rushing guy 25, this guy, yeah, I'll give him 40, and just did for like 4 or 5 games, get like 16 guys, and then a few buckies on there, and I hit one for 650, and I was like, sweet.
Bam.
So that was a nice little Jimmy Christmas right there, and then I got a couple little you know, couple on the little little
Oh, his
Marty
little black
McFly
book. Got your little black book out.
Marty McFly black book over here, and hoping that a couple guys will take it down. I've got a touchdown parlay. I'm calling the Triple H parlay, the Triple H touchdown.
Triple
And
H parlay touchdown. What do you got?
I've got Tyreek Hill,
Tyreek Hill.
Taysom Hill,
What's up, Mr. Dub C Flip?
and Kareem Hunt
Hunt. Hill.
and Hill.
Hill.
2 hills and a hunt. You're
What,
hunting
New
on the hills. You're
Orleans,
hunting on 2 hills.
Miami.
There's 2 hills there, and you're sitting right
Can
there
you
hunting,
paint my
basically.
Yahoo Gold mumbles? You see in the chat?
MC. Oh, I see who.
Oh, it's your boy. It's your poker buddy. He wants you to. He
Yeah,
wants you out to go play poker.
Yeah, they're actually trying to come. Hey, man, I would be playing poker if I didn't have duties to go talk to the
He
world and
wants
tell
he
everybody
he wants a part of that 650, man.
that you got to try real hard, because like we have a little thing up here tracking my stuff from a buddy's house. We have a little like pretty cool. He painted the top of his I don't know what the hell you want to call it, wall, whatever, and it's got like a chalkboard paint, so you can like basically have tracking totals of like win losses for poker. And I'll say this confidently every single year that my name's been up the number one spot every year. So yeah,
Uh-oh.
so
Talking
yeah. Anyway,
smack.
I'll just say that. I'll just say that my game is not trade me Laporta. You're crazy. Everyone's trying to trade me for Laporta. You're not getting
Yeah,
Laporta,
right.
body.
Don't make
This is
that trade.
I see. This is the funny part. Everybody made
Don't make
fun of
that
me. Oh,
trade.
why are you swinging for Laporta? You swinging? He's a TE2 coming in. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don't believe.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
listen to nothing. Don't listen. Like, you don't listen to the goal. Nothing. Don't listen to this. Keep listening to not listening to information. Go back to your entertainment and your bread and circuses. Don't just let the smart people take over from here. And I was like, don't worry, that's fine. I'll reach, and you guys can both be laughed now. But like it says, he who laughs last laughs the loudest. And right now, because everybody is now asking me, trade me for Laporta.
Are
Like, no,
you leading in
not
that league,
happening.
or are you doing for shit?
What's that?
Are you leading in that league, or are you doing not
So
so
here's the
good?
funny thing, like most people's fantasies, either they're like doing really good. There's like here's how most people's
Yeah.
fantasies look, in my opinion. There's one guy who's like
You're
probably either
2-6,
undefeated
bro. Let him
or like
go.
he's got most wins. 8 people right now are like either 4-4, 5-3. This is how it goes. And then there's like two
You're
guys,
two
three
and
guys at the
six. He's
bottom,
looking for a tight
and
end
then
to
there's
put
me.
him up top.
If he's looking for a tight end, he better go down to the streets in Baltimore and go pay some money because he's not getting anything from me and whatnot. So
Tell him to pick up Taysom Hill. Pick up Taysom
Taysom Hill,
Hill.
no, that's my guy. That's my man crush. That's
You
my
got
guy.
him too? What do you where
I
do you
have
got him
everybody,
starting?
dude. Everybody from like my 10th draft down was all like sleep. Okay, I picked up Sam Laporta 10th round,
One of your 2-6.
Rasheed Rice 11th round. I picked up
Uh-huh.
Kareem Hunt like the bottom round. I knew he was going to
No, I
start.
remember you saying that. I remember
Yeah,
you saying
and
that. And
the one
goddamn, that was
pickup,
good. I mean, now.
the one pickup that I'm mad that I did, but it kind of like yes and no worked out in my favor because now he's on the IR, but it's probably going to screw me in the long run. Your boy not only like drafted Sam Laporta 10th round, Rasheed Rice 11th round, some guy I don't remember who he was 12th round, 13th round. Your boy Devon Arcane, son. I drafted him, and the
Okay.
first 2 weeks he wasn't doing nothing. Right, they had Mostert running
Nothing.
the ball, and then
Yeah.
something happened, and he played that game with Denver and had like 144 fantasy points within the first 3 quarters of the game. And I'm like, wait, what happened? And the whole world of fantasy just went right to him. And by then, your boy, like, I don't know, either panicked or whatever. I was trying, like, I ain't gonna do, like, I gotta do something now, get some guys off the waiver wire. Dropped his ass. And then next thing you know, he blows up and somebody else picked him up. And I'm like, oh my God. But,
Yeah, no good.
it is
No
what
good
it
for
is.
you at that
But
point.
everyone wants Laporta. Everybody wants the guy. Everyone knows that he's the stud. He's basically their WR2.
Yeah.
He's just the guy that's, he's just going to be there to
Who's he play for?
Sam Laporta. I don't know. I think he's some guy in near you. I think he is somebody above your head. I think he is, or your head over
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
baby. Yeah, baby.
yeah.
We're
The
on a bye
line.
week. I'm 0-8 in one league and
I am too.
7-1 in another league.
That's what happens. You probably drafted
Seven
Nick
and
Chubb.
one in a good money league.
You're
0 and
probably
8, and
drafted.
I
Yeah.
actually invited. I didn't tell you because I wasn't sure if he was going to show up or not. But I sent an invite via Instagram to. Do you know the name Trident Stacking or Trident Stacker?
I've
Sound
heard the
familiar?
name. I don't speak to the
Well,
gentleman
that's the
or
league.
whoever it
He
is.
started a fantasy football league here for YouTube. Get some people involved in it, and I jumped in on it because I love playing the shit, and it's all for. We bought in at a certain price, and the rewards coming back are precious metals. So
I've
we all
always wanted
pitched
to do
in.
that, man. Always
Yeah,
wanted to
so
do that, dude.
I think there's 14 of us. We all sent him money and he went out and acquired the medals and he's taking care of it each week. He does a recap video on his channel. And each week there's something different going on as far as a prize goes to most points scored. And then he broke it down into each week. Somebody gets a chance at a head-to-head matchup, game of the week, call it. And then that's for a prize. And yeah, it's fun. So I invited him, but he never did get back to me. It'd have been cool to have him here for a little while too. Talk about his channel in the football league. So if you're listening, maybe next week, come join us.
Come to the fold and
It's a
come
safe
watch the
zone.
insanity. Very safe here. We got guns.
I don't know, Nick. Trident's pretty cute. He's a pretty cute looking dude. As far as
No,
cute looking dudes go.
I'm not thinking any dude's cute. Sorry, Nick's coins.
Eric said you traded
definitely
him Jamar Chase for Jay Flowers. Or
I did.
Alex said you trade.
And here's what I'll try to justify, and I know people still won't believe it. So I'm going to go off just what had happened the first 2 weeks of the NFL. First 2 weeks in the NFL, Joe Burrow apparently fell from grace. Apparently, he must have made some deal with the devil, and the devil didn't come through because the first 2 weeks it was like Jamar Chase is getting subpar double-digit numbers. So like most
Flag on the play.
teams, hell, they
Unnecessary
go from
roughness.
like the best team to the worst team.
They
and some
laid that
teams
dude
go from the
out.
worst team to the best team. I figured, oh, the Bengals that they're the curse. They got it's not going to happen. Joe Burrow's got hurt. It's something that's not going to work out. So and then Zay Flowers obviously blew up in training camp. The preseason game, he was doing like NFL blitz spins on guys. And I'm like, wait, who the hell was that guy? And then they're like, my buddy Bob. He's the guy who put me on Zay Flowers. Like, yo, that's the guy you need to watch. That guy is like the stud wide receiver. Don't
Blame
worry about
Bob.
yeah, Bob, he was in there last week. My buddy Bob, the dude move Bob, and
Dude, move Bob. Blame
he-
him, is what you're
yeah, no,
saying.
no, he wasn't. I'm not going to blame him. I'm still sticking with it because I don't blame anybody but myself. I take accountable for all my actions.
Oh, he hit the
Um,
quarterback late.
so what I think OBJ is not doing anything at all. I was like, okay, if Lamar has to throw somebody, he needs somebody else besides Mark Andrews, right? They're covering Mark Andrews. Yeah, Mark Andrews is the guy. Zay
That's
Flowers could be the guy that breaks out this year after like week 2. And I looked at his schedule going forward. I was like, he's got some pretty favorable opponents that like if Lamar actually decides to throw this year, that's the guy to
right.
do. But also at the same time is like we also have not only a keeper league, but we have basically evolved
Blame
this
it
one
on the
league, which is
rain.
our poker league. Not only do we play like a lot of mixed games in the poker, which a lot of people they just hate because they hate the variance, they hate the fact that like wild cards come into play. And I get it's not for everybody, but I like that kind of stuff. I thrive off that like multi-level facets of just the play.
Sure.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Just give
Um,
me a week.
our fantasy
There
league
it
is
is.
like that too. We basically treat our fantasy league as if it was actual, like what NFL players and coaches do all the time, such as like we will trade for trade picks for next year. So, for instance,
Okay.
I would think, okay, like, you know, I know that I'm technically probably in the long run right now taking a gamble that, like, okay, this kid I'm about to pick up is not probably the same caliber as Jamar Chase. I understand that. Jamar Chase is not doing what he's supposed to do, but Zay Flowers might do what he's supposed to do. At the same time, I could also trade for next year to get a higher round. So I traded 2 rounds up for a guy that says, "Look, you take I'll take your 5th round, and I'll get your Zay Flowers, and you get my 7th round and Jamar Chase." Now, people will look at that as a bad trade. People will give me all kinds of opinions. I understand in the long run, it might not have been good, but either way, I still have a boosted draft next year where I'll have
Right.
now 2 number 5 picks to where I can not only have a potential Sam Laporta
You
10th
flipped it.
round keep, 11th round Rashid Rice keep, 14th, 15th round. I can't remember what it was. I think it's a 15th round. No, sorry, 14th round. I had Kareem Hunt, and even possibly they decided to do something actually that they finally should have done years ago in New Orleans. I have Taysom Hill in like the 15th round. So I
He's
not
been
only
with
do I
that
have
team for quite
those
a while.
keeper guys, I'm thinking my keeper is probably going to be Sam Laporta. It's why not 10th round,
Sure.
lock that tight end position right there.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's most of people's weakest position. If you're not going out and getting like a Travis Kelsey off the bat, and in my opinion, there's like he's his own caliber, like Christian McCaffrey, running back. He's his
Yeah.
own
Right.
caliber. Like
Right. No, I agree.
they're like RB
Holy.
like like not even ones. They're RB stars. They're a league of their own, if you will. Like you have Christian McCaffrey, you have Travis Kelsey. That position you just set and lock the rest of the
All
year.
good.
The only
Well,
thing that
except
take
this
him
week.
out is if it's injury or bye week. But so
Yeah.
yeah, I made the trade. I figured it'd work
Which
out.
we
But
got? We got
we'll see
Denver.
what
We got
happens.
Denver, Detroit, Jags, and 49ers all on bye weeks.
Yep,
Week 9.
Lions are on the bye. I'll
Yeah,
blame it on
Lions
the
run the
rain,
bye.
Nick. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. See, my
Yeah.
mouth was moving,
Yeah.
but I didn't
Right.
the words coming from here. I wasn't lip syncing that.
But yeah,
Mixing our
so
football ranks. We love
The
the
Lions
football
did
ranks.
get that win over the
They
Raiders.
did. They needed
And
that.
then getting into one of our games,
That's right.
Tennessee beat the Falcons. So that gave me a win on that game.
Yeah, it did.
Um then we have the Panthers over the Texans, but I think that was we
Panthers
both had We both
We
had
both
Houston.
Texas. It is
We
Kansas
both had
Tech,
Houston.
and Kansas got their first win ever.
Falcons and Titans. I just said that one. Yeah, right there. Scrolling down. Jaguars and Steelers. You took the Steelers. No, I took the Steelers.
You took the Steelers.
Yeah, and you took the Jags. 20-10. 20-10. Cowboys beat up the Rams.
Yeah, they
43-20.
did. And my
We
buddy
both had the
happy
Rams.
about that. He's a big Cowboys
We both
fan.
had the Rams. Wow.
Yeah,
That was in
figured they
Dallas.
needed that, but you know, I don't know, CeeDee Lamb
Minnesota
got
at Green Bay. I really thought Green Bay was going to come out and do something. They didn't do nothing.
Nope.
Minnesota won that game 24-10, and that gave you another point.
And gave Captain Kirk the year off too.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, I watched that. Did you see that? Did you see that pop?
Another slaughter.
You see that pop?
I told you in the beginning of this whole thing, the NFL is coming to slaughter people this year, and I wasn't joking. And so far, it's already claimed, in my opinion, about quarter of the stars in one way or another, either as season-ending injuries or like they have felt the IR bench, or they felt like the necessary, like you're getting Qs and Ds and Os, and your
here's the part. Here's the part Nick's waiting on. We both picked Miami to smash the piss out of New England, and that happened.
Yeah.
So Miami won that game 31-17. The Saints beat up on the Colts 38-27.
Big point.
Yeah, and we both had the Saints in that, which puts them at 5-4 now. Patriots still looking for their third win at 2-7.
Remind me to come back to the Colts when we talking about fantasy players later
on. Yeah, for sure. Going into the Jets-Giants, the winner of the East Rutherford, New Jersey championship is going to the Jets at 13-10 in overtime, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did. Eagles just sneaking by the Commanders.
Don't remind
me. 38-31.
But we'll take the W. Wasn't pretty, but I'll take the W. They always try to do it every year.
Well, you put up 21 points. Y'all put up 21 points in the fourth quarter.
We've consistently been a 20 plus point team most of the time. I mean, there hasn't been any game.
No. I'm saying you put up 21 points in the fourth.
Oh yeah, in
the fourth. That's crazy.
We smashed them. We realized that, like, what are we doing here, guys? It's just give Swift the ball, and
here was another
not really gaining well. So let's be Swift about this. And Swift.
Well, 16 attempts, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. You guys can keep that. You guys can keep that. I'm looking up here.
Eagles fans are like, what are you doing? Where's Swift at? What's going on? Why is game not gaining well?
Look at Jamar Gibbs, 26 attempts, 152 yards and a touchdown.
Off he went.
Yeah,
I loved it. Every second of it. His receiving yards was amazing, by the way, too. You see the receiving yards?
Yeah. And I said, nah, to your parlay you sent me. I said,
Who said that?
Seattle over the Browns. We both had the Browns picked to win that game. It was 24-20. Seattle put up 17 points in the first quarter, and then nothing the second, the third, and then caught up with 7 in the fourth quarter.
Kid, what's up? Welcome.
What's up, Gorilla Kids? First time here, fellas. Need your opinions. Okay, get ready, Shawn. I'm going to read this to you. First time here, fellas. Need your opinions. 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and a flex. Played Deontay Thursday. Running backs, Bajan, Mixon, Pacheco, and Ford. Wide receivers, Flowers, Lockett, Puka, and Wilson. Thanks. I think. What he's looking for is 2 running backs, and what he's got to choose from is Mixon,
Bijan
Kansas
Robinson,
City's,
Joe
Ford from
Cleveland.
Let's see. Let's go to Cleveland week 9.
I
like Ford.
I like Ford too because here's what.
And Cleveland's playing Arizona, dude. And what's Arizona? Got to win.
Arizona gets run the hell on, dude. I've got
definitely throwing Ford.
Yeah, I think he's.
I would. Yeah, Arizona's got to win, and it's in Cleveland. is 4-3, and they beat up on no, Seattle just beat up on them. Well, didn't beat up on them.
I'll tell you a sneaky little
yeah,
thing.
definitely
Here.
Ford in one of those running back positions. But then you got Joe Mixon. Cincinnati's at home again.
Yeah,
and they're coming off a big win.
Pacheco's
so they're at home. There. They're at home with the Bills.
Pacheco's in Europe though with against the Dolphins. So you got Pacheco and Monster gonna have that could be that could go any way, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'd steer clear of the Chiefs. What's up, Surfer? Yeah. So you're looking at either Mixon or Bajan.
Let's see here.
I'd go Mixon Ford. That's me. Wide receivers. You were just talking about Flowers, weren't you?
Yeah, Flowers. I think it's a good play against Seattle. I think I would try to do Flowers as one of the.
And
things.
the Rams have the Packers at home.
Yes.
Is Stafford hurt?
That's a game time decision. They're saying if he's gonna play, he'll probably have some like big ass thing on his fingers, look like the Mr. Hamburger Helper or something.
Hey, Ugly fits in here good, my man. Ugly fits in here good.
Puka
so don't worry about that.
Puka the Cooler. I always call him Puka Puka, like Pikachu. Puka Pika Pika.
Yeah.
Puka Puka had a questionable tag. I haven't checked him today yet, but it looks like he's somebody he's going to clear. So and apparently I've been told that Russell Wilson should be sat this week against Baltimore. I think they're going to have what's going to happen to what happened to your boys quarterback.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm
trying to look up this.
It's tough. If it was me, again, I don't want to try to like steer you a certain way and just again again, I'm not an expert. I'm not what's it called, a play-by-play analyst or financial expert or whatever disclosure I have to say to keep myself from getting like sued and stuff, whatever and stuff. This is all just for entertainment purposes.
No, they're just looking. They're just looking for a little guidance, is all. Just looking for a little guidance.
I would definitely Ford at those guys is good.
He's listed as questionable. So Puka's listed as questionable for Sunday's contest. Yeah, he's dealing with swelling of the knee.
Okay, then he's out. Then I'm going.
I would. Yeah, if they don't have it switched by now, today's Saturday.
They're gonna give it to Kareem Hunt. Then I would say then. Who is Atlanta going against this week? I'm lost my notes here. Oh, they're going against the Vikings. You know what? Actually, I would say just look into Bijan Robinson, only because Captain Kirk is out this game. Okay.
He's not playing. Well, he's going to be out. He's going to be out a lot of games.
They got some guy
a lot of games.
Desmond Ritter or somebody they're waiting to come back, and some Joe Schmo blowing bubble gum on putting his hand by the fan, going while the game's playing. Some guy just drinking Gatorade, making 15K sit on the bench. Starting for the Vikings.
Flat waves, buddy.
You know, that means that the Vikings are not going to be much of a threat, if you will. Like aerial, they're not going to have to feel like they have to throw through the air. So that could be a ground game.
Gorilla, you writing all this down, I hope, buddy?
That's a lot. You can go back and hit the rewind button, pause. But
yeah, go back, hit the rewind. All right, dude. Daniel Fink. He's got start 1 RB1, 1 flex, full PPR. Ingram, Charbonnet, Singletary. If I get his claim off waivers, McKinnon, Jay Willis Jr., Murray, Johnston, Wando, Mingo, Odell, Sharik, Chowder, Ferguson, tight end. All right, so he's just going off of his what he's got.
Dylan, are you going for a full bench reset, or are you just going for a couple of guys that you're targeting?
Yeah,
and you're just waiting to see if you get those guys or not from the WEC. So that would be interesting to see. I've done that before.
And what do you got? You've got who you guys got?
Andrew G, Kincaid, definitely. Sorry,
I was just looking at who you guys playing. Who are the Eagles playing? The Eagles are playing the Cowboys.
Dallas. I don't like
Kincaid.
that game, and I hate to say
Kincaid.
that.
Well, you and I were talking before. It's going to be an all-out back and forth. I mean, the
Yeah,
over is 47.
I
The
I I
over
hate
drop one. It was 47. It's down
yeah,
46.
I hate to say this because I'm an Eagles fan. CeeDee Lamb's gonna go off, dude. It's gonna gross me out. I got any technically if you need Brandon Cooks, if you got like some guy that you really can't even
Okay,
like,
he's
you're
looking
you're
for
seriously
he's looking
searching
for
for
two guys,
somebody.
one flex, one halfback.
You're doing halfbacks. Interesting. I
Well,
can't
he's
be
got
there. I don't. Wait, I
these
guess
must
I'd say Yusuf, but
these.
he's on bye week though. Let's see here.
Well, he's talking. He's
Ingram.
talking. If I get him off waivers, he's Singletary. Ingram. His running backs sound like mine, dude. Terrible.
Okay, so
Sorry, man.
Okay. He's doing full PPR flex.
That's what he's saying. Those are the guys he's got to work with. He needs one flex, one running back. I don't like Odell. Crowder, I guess, would be a good flex if that's what you got to work with. And they're playing. He's on the Commanders, isn't he?
Singletary's going against New England.
Singletary's going against New England as well.
Sorry.
No.
No, sorry, I'm thinking Murray's going against. I'm sorry, I got my.
Yeah, no, not
Johnston. Is that Johan Johnston? Is that the tight end from the Dylan from New Orleans you're talking about? Because he would technically be the starting tight end because I think Taysom Hill is basically taking over the gadget role as like quarterback, running back.
I wouldn't even say taking it over. He's done it for the past 5 years.
Yeah, stacking surfer, get a lucky flip coin and decide. Yeah,
it's my pops.
Harvey Dent.
It's my pops in a family trying to help him out, and it's ugly. Yeah, dude. Like I said, ugly fits here.
It's
ugly definitely fits here.
I don't want to forget, and I don't want to leave out Gorilla either.
Well, too. Andrew definitely Kincaid. So there you go.
Yeah, just for Andrew, and then Kincaid's
Quentin Johnston.
Cincinnati is the number one giving up of tight end yards of the year so far. So I think Kincaid's gonna have a big game. I think he'll be the guy that like when they're guarding Diggs and they're guarding like their running backs and stuff like that. I think that he's gonna be the guy that's gonna break out. In my opinion, I think he's been the
and fellas, we're here every Saturday night, starting between 8 and 9 every week, Saturday nights. So be sure to smash the reminder button when you see this pop up every week. So come back in if you got any questions.
Follow Paulybuck every time this comes on. Paulybuck, so it'll.
I'm looking for the.
All right, so just to
I'm blind for some reason. Where did he go? Where did he go?
For Gorilla Kids, I would do Bijan Robinson and Pachenko. For your WRs, I would do Flowers and Puka and Lockett.
Flowers and Puka.
Yeah, I would, and then for
I don't know. I like
I'm gonna lock it for Gorilla Kids. You want to do? Yeah, I would do your Pachenko, Bijan Robinson because Mixon's going against Bills. That's going to be probably more like an aerial game. Ford's hurt, so yeah, Pacheco and Bijan just because it's Kansas City versus Dolphins, and it's going to probably hopefully be a high scoring game for everybody's viewing pleasure. And I think they're in Germany, I believe this week. And then Flowers, Seattle, and then Puka against Green Bay. That's going to be good for Dylan. Let's see here. Mingo wouldn't be a bad play, only because there's a reason why. Because
and I had Singletary early. He was.
I'm going to bring it up.
If it's somebody you got to have, sure. I had him before. I mean, he's going to get you a few.
I mentioned that we were in the earlier giving the scores. The last 3 weeks or 2 weeks, if you will, every single team that has played against Colts have all had 30-some points.
Yeah, there you go.
The distribution of points has to be like, there can't be one guy getting 65 fantasy points. It's got to be like 25 here, 15 here, maybe 12 here. And Mingo is starting to become of like a relevance, if you will. So when they're guarding Adam Thielen, he'll probably be the second guy. So if you're in a desperation for a wide receiver, I like Mingo just because the fact that the points of the last like couple game scripts, like I mean,
yeah,
and they're at Carolina too, so they're gonna want to show off their players more, right? It's just kind of how they go. So if this kid's like something, they don't want to show their home face. Hey, here's Mingo. Here's why we drafted him. So get him out there. We're home. We paid good money for him. So I like him
20-0, Michigan over
I like
Purdue.
him for the flex.
4 minutes left
The
in the
running
second.
back. I mean,
Purdue's
Latavius
looking
Murray
like they want to put the ball in the end zone.
I think he's at least put up like 8 to 9 fantasy points the last 2 weeks, and that's not really great for like anybody's thing, but it's better than nothing. And he might get a goal line carry.
And that's just it. So and he's trying to get Singletary. He's thinking Singletary if he can get him.
Singletary. Actually, you know what? No, I think he's not wrong. I think you're right, because I think isn't one of the guys, Damian Pierce, is actually out and hurt.
Yeah,
I think that's right. I think it just came to mind. So never mind. Scratch the running back. Yeah, go get Singletary, because obviously any starting running back's better than a WR. We have running back too. So I would go with Singletary and Mingo and lock that in.
Singletary,
right.
Mingo.
We feel good
Lock
about
it
that.
in. Write it down.
We've already did Kincaid, and I'm ready for any more. And if not, we can just chat along and keep it going.
He's still considering Singletary. So definitely take
that.
that. Think about it.
Yeah.
What game you watch, Pauly? Dude, I'm watching the Michigan game, man. Come
He's watching the home
on.
guys.
Come on, dude.
Guys.
My brother's actually at this game.
You should call him right now.
20.
Like, what's up?
Commercial now, but
right
it looked like Purdue was ready to put it in.
Can you call
he
him?
ain't gonna answer his phone.
You won't answer his phone? Oh, that'd be like, yo, you're live.
No, shoot, dude.
Paulybuck show. Say hi to the fans. Nope.
He was sending pictures earlier. They were tailgating. He looked like he was doing okay. Doing okay.
Fancy way of saying he's having a good time.
Oh, he's having a good time. He sent a picture. I said, that dude looks wasted, man. He says he is. Just some dude standing there, just out in left field, no mitt.
He's like
standing around looking
wasted. Little flag, waving a little flag, like Smeagoled out.
Smeagoled out, he says.
He's done.
Speaking of Smeagoled out, we've got next week. Did you order any, Mr. Shawn, before we get into week 9's bets? Did you order anything from the U.S. Mint?
I did not.
You did not?
I wanted to, but ever since my first and only, and probably going to be last, the experience with the Mint really tainted me to where it's like I don't know. No offense to anybody that collects that stuff. I think it's pretty. Don't get me wrong. It's great and all, but don't hate me. Don't call me whatever. It just, there's really nothing coming out of the U.S. Mint that does it for me, guys. I'm sorry. It's not.
What about the Eagles?
I just think it's more of like a lot of, let's take the same design and let's just do something different, like make it a different weight, or like let's not.
That's exactly right. But the thing about it is it's working for them.
It is,
right?
People are still buying it, just not
That's
this
just
guy.
it. That's
but
just
I'm a
it.
Different guy.
Now
I
can recognize that people have dumped a bunch of them back into the system, which that cutoff's over with. So if you wanted to make any changes, yesterday was the last day to make any changes.
I'm out. You're done.
You're all done. They're taking subscriptions now for 2024. And I don't care about the value, if the value is going to go up or the value is going to go down. I'm not buying them to flip them. I bought a bunch, yes, and I already had them taken care of to a friend of mine in Florida who's actually investing the money because he wants to and get them graded, and hopefully he can make some money on them. That's fine and dandy. He's the one doing the work. I want one for the set, for the fact of the matter that is never been done before. So regardless if the price goes up or down, I have a set in my safe that will be there until somebody pulls it out, right? And they say, well, what the hell is this? And then maybe the time that somebody looks at that and says, what the hell is this? It might be worth something to somebody else down the road. Might be.
Maybe. Who knows?
And I highly doubt it, because whatever. It is what it is. They're not going to have the historical value as the original Morgan and Peace dollars did. The ones that slid across the bar, the ones that paid for goods and services, actually were being used on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
That's fine and dandy. So
Checking your
and
pockets
that's
and
the
stuff.
trouble I have when people try to argue the fact of the reason they're not buying them is because the price won't go up. Then you're not a collector. You're trying to make money on something. I'm hoping it holds its value just the same as if I buy a piece of gold. I buy a piece of gold and the day just seems like you buy a piece of gold and the next day, what's it do? Plummets down, but it comes
Yeah,
back up.
I've been
These are
there
going to
before.
hold some type of value, I'm thinking, but that's it. I'm no Sean Stradamus by any means.
Nostradamus.
Not Nostradamus. So, anyways, but I will be live that day, and maybe you're bored and you want to come say hello. Who knows?
Yeah, man. I'm all about it. You know me. I'm down for whatever. Coolest cat this side of the Mississippi River.
I don't know, Randy. They're on TV right now. We held them to a field goal. Purdue is 2-6. Michigan is 8-0.
Smash
They're in the
them.
second quarter, 3 minutes left. Michigan's
Smash
moving the
'em.
ball down the field. Cross your TV screen from right to left. They said that a lot. I was listening to the high school football game on the radio. Moving
Mhm.
across your radio screen from right to left. Week 9. We've talked
Yeah.
about it already. Dolphins and the Chiefs out of the country. They're both 6-2. Let's get into them. Who do you like?
Let's go. Let's go get the little playbook out here.
Hold on. Here it
You see why I did
is.
this?
Here it
You,
is.
you see why I did this, right? So that they can't read my lips.
Can't read your lips. Can't read your lips.
You know why they started that stuff in the NFL, right? Never mind. I'll just leave it at that, so we won't have one of our favorite guests. And I only kid her because she's great.
Oh boy.
She
Can't nobody can get
she's
away with a
great.
little bit of cheating anymore.
Well, yeah, I told my buddy I was like, sorry,
Dude, they've been
we won't
doing it
stop this.
baseball for
I'm gonna go
years. The
squirrel.
pitchers would put the gloves over their face like this and talk to the
Yeah.
catcher.
Now they're checking the
It
glove
is
every
what it
time.
is.
Like they're checking them at the
Yeah.
front. They like, why are you just checked him before he came in the mound? Like, what could he have possibly have picked up on the
Oh, it is? What's the score, Randy?
did the aliens that beam something to his glove? I don't understand. Like, why are you checking his gloves again? It's stupid. But anyway, back to the NFL, it's like now, like you saw the coach in the Pittsburgh game, I mean Tennessee game do this, and I was like, oh, there it is. There it is. There's the Tommy
Yeah,
Illuminati
resets the
one-handed raise the
clock.
roof,
Yep.
let's reset the game clock, and
Resets
then
the clock.
you see the quarterback doing it in the middle of the field doing this. I'm like, bro, look at the clock, you dummy. It's already 25 seconds for you. Don't need to do this and expose yourself. That
They
like
want to keep it going at 25 seconds.
that
Come on,
well that
man.
now everybody can do it now because now it's like monkey see monkey do. Now they like instead of like oh yeah like well yeah they did it so like yeah instead of the punishing them like well I
21-21.
guess
Thanks,
we'll
Randy.
everybody do it now. So anyway, back to the games.
Nice catch. Nice
Monkey
catch by
cheat
Wolverines.
bullies.
All right, dude. They are out of the country. Dolphins, and they're calling Kansas City Chiefs the home team. Who do you like in that
I
game?
like the
Somebody's going
I
to
like
lose. Somebody's losing.
I like
Unless
the
it's a
away
tie.
team. I call them. They're the away
Hey,
team. I like the away
what
team.
if we call?
I'm going
Hey,
with the
then
Dolphins.
I know we're in. I know we're into this pretty deep, but what if we call a tie? Is that worth extra points some point in time?
We mean like a game actually ties, or we tie.
I'm saying, for instance, Miami, Kansas City. If I said I think they're going to tie and they actually tie, how many points you giving me on that game?
That's something you didn't even think about. That's interesting.
I know it
Doing a
just come to me. Just come to me.
sports betting hedge for parlay.
But if they don't tie,
over
win or
here.
lose, you
50%
win.
max bet 25. That's what we're doing over here.
I've got Kansas City in that game.
I've got Dolphins in that game, so I guess it doesn't matter really if they tire it out because that's that someone's
Okay,
winning.
so that is starting off with a game possibly in my book.
On that one.
Arizona Browns at the Browns.
I got Browns on that one.
Oh, they just scored. Thanks, Randy. 21-27. Randy, I don't know if you were here for this, but I got a local kid just broke a state record. Just put yes or no if you heard it. If you didn't, I will repeat it.
Great story.
We got Chicago going to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
As well. The Rams going to Green Bay.
I got the Rams. I hit the Rams on that one. I'm pretty sure. Let me check here. Yeah, I do. Rams on that one myself.
I'm taking the Cheeseheads.
Okay, circle gets a square on that one. That's number 2.
Yes. Minnesota going to Atlanta. All right, Randy, you didn't hear it. Stick around. It's a good story. Nice hometown high school kid story.
It's a great history
Minnesota
story.
going to Atlanta.
I got Atlanta that one.
I got Minnesota.
Damn, a lot of circle gets
I
the
got
squares. Okay,
Minnesota.
that's 3.
Quarterback's down. Jefferson's down. Atlanta's not. What's Atlanta? Yeah, they're at
Pretty bad.
home. Yeah, over's 37.5. Seattle
3
going to
hours.
Baltimore.
Got Baltimore on that one.
God, I want to pick Seattle just to mix it up, but I've got Baltimore circled.
It's all good. We're gonna have a
It
couple of the
seems
same
like they're
ones.
playing good football, Seattle right now. It just seems like they're playing good football.
We're trying to. DK is not really. I think he's struggling a little bit though. That's why that new kid, Smith, whatever, Jay Smith,
Did
or
you
I can't even say his
see?
name.
Did you see who wasn't happy on Vegas?
What's that?
Devontae is
No,
not
they
feeling.
told me they weren't trading him. They were like, "You ain't going nowhere. You're pinnacle part of the pie." Which,
He dropped a couple passes he should have had as well. So a
yeah,
lot of that, I mean, he can't put the blame on everybody. He's got to start somewhere else
they're
because
gonna
he's got
start.
too much shit running through his head. He just needs to get out
Yeah,
there and get back to playing
they're
regular
gonna start
football.
targeting Jacoby Myers. So for anybody in
Yeah,
fantasy purposes, if he's
yeah,
still even, I
I
doubt
agree
he's
with
still
that
even
for sure.
available out there in your waiver wires. But if you're like some kind of like
Yeah, I doubt it.
10-man league where like everybody's got ridiculous stuff in the waiver
They're
wires,
not
like
playing
the
him. Maybe you
crazy.
work out a trade or something.
That's what I would do. I
All
would
right,
try to
Tampa
trade him
Bay going to
somewhere.
Houston.
I get the Texans that one.
I do as well. I've got the Redskins beating up on New England. What do you got?
I've got the other way around. Nick would be happy with me. I got the Patriots winning that one. Other circle gets a
Ooh,
square. That's
at
4.
home. They're at home. All
Yeah,
right, that's another
I'm picking.
one.
I'm picking a lot of home teams this week. Where last week I picked a
I
lot of
got
away
you.
teams to get to who it was. Just kind of seemed like the teams people who they were going against seemed like a lot of the away teams were gonna like make a lot of upsets this week, and it seemed to happen.
Wow, we might be picking the same away team on this one. Colts going to the Carolina Panthers.
You're absolutely correct. Colts. I don't believe we're going to give
Yeah,
the Panthers their second win. I believe the Colts are going to
no.
run heavy. Jonathan Taylor and Zach
His
Moss. Look
back.
in
His
your
back is
fantasies.
looking good, feeling
Load them
good.
up. Load them up.
I,
Yeah,
I drafted him and couldn't play him, and then didn't play him after the first. I didn't play him the first week he was back, and I didn't play him the second week he was back, and he had a hell of a game that second week. And then last
Mhm.
week he did well, and I got him playing again this week.
There were 3 players coming into this year
And
that kind of
that league I got a lot of running backs. It's McCaffrey's out, so
yeah.
I'm playing him now, but I forget exactly who else I have. I've got McCaffrey is out, well, on a bye, and then
Mhm.
David Montgomery's been out the last 2 weeks. That's why Taylor's been in
He
on
should
my
be out.
team
He
wise.
should hopefully be back this next week, week
He
10.
should be. He
Should.
should be. He's had 2 good
We'll
weeks
see.
off. Now we're on the bye week, and hoping. But if he's not, the Lions still have a running game, and we've proved that the past
Yeah.
2 weeks.
We
Regardless
put that.
about that loss,
Yeah.
we that boy was running the ball, man.
That was witchcraft in the Ravens game. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I'll say that's what happened.
Dallas going to Philly.
You already know who I'm picking.
I'm taking Dallas on that one. I'm sorry, brother.
Another circle gets a square, and I'm going to be very. No, we're going to win
I
this game.
don't. I really didn't want to, but man, like you said, it's going to be a shootout. So who's going to catch the ball? That's what.
We're
That's
going to
what it's
get
going to come
thrown
down
on
to.
probably
I
for like
think.
200 yards. It's going to be. It's going to be stupid. I'm pretty sure if you have any fantasy parlays going right now, if you want to put
Randy, that's
CD
right.
Lamb for over 100 yards this week, I'm pretty sure that would be. I'm 80%
I'm going to look
confident
at it
that's what's
tomorrow
going to
while I'm
click.
at work. I'm going
We
to
get
place a
thrown on,
couple
dude.
tomorrow at work.
It's like here's the reality of our team. We basically have every position like filled is great. I mean, our tight end can use great at work. I would love to get your Sam Laporta on our team, and it would be curtains for everybody at that point. But other than
You
that,
guys got rid of
our
Ertz
team
a while back, and
has
he was decent.
he was good. That was I don't know what that's just they must have been some money involved, or he was kind of unhappy and kind of wanted to move on and stuff. It happens, but
Sure.
we are the very last team to get run on, meaning that like teams are not running on us. We are the best against the run, the absolute
Sure.
best
Okay.
in the NFL and in fantasy. You could check it against the run all year long. But we are the absolute worst. I mean, in last place against the throw. We give up so many yardage of. We give up like if you were to put like two
Field goal attempt
stadiums
coming.
together, that's like the minimum amount of yards that we get thrown on like in each game.
Kick is
It's
up.
like they're running in the parking lot.
That's
That's how many
good.
yards that we get thrown on.
Purdue put up
It's
another 3.
absurd. But we've won every game but that witchcraft Jets game because Zach Wilson was staring at Taylor Swift and wishing he can have her sister. And, BS when
Ooh,
they
I
when
wonder
they
if she's
went
making
there.
the trip. I wonder if she's making the long trip this week.
Oh, she'll be over there.
Why
Are you
not?
kidding me? If America has a way of showing some kind of dominance in any kind of force in a foreign country, you best well believe she is on that thing, and they're going to be showing her all over the Germany, and she'll probably do some show while she's over there and
Oh, she
charge
probably got a show. Right.
5,000 euros a ticket and stuff. It'll be absurd, but I'm so over that whole
I just
this
paid $200 for a concert
storyline,
ticket, and it's not till
whatever
next
they're
May.
trying to do here. Is Hansel and Gretel gone nuts? I'm over this crap.
All right, we're getting into halftime. Purdue just kicked a field goal. Michigan's leading 20-6 going into halftime.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
The Giants traveling to sunny Las Vegas.
I got
Sin
Vegas
City.
destroying.
So do I. I've got Vegas as well.
Defense. Crosby's going to eat up whoever is the Tyrod Taylor quarterbacking for the Giants.
Yeah, but dude,
now?
look at okay, they've got Crosby.
Yeah,
look what the Lions did to him.
It's true.
Run the ball the other way.
Yeah. Well, the
Buffalo. Go ahead.
The Giants ain't no Lions at all.
No, but sure. But a name I haven't heard in the past couple weeks either is on the Lions. Oh shit!
Who's that?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
With the wide receiver, the Reynolds guy?
No, the damn defense.
Oh,
I want to say Hawkinson, but that's the tight end.
The Hutchinson, right?
Hutchinson.
What is his name?
Yes.
He's an animal.
Yeah, I mean, he started off great, and I mean, he's still making some tackles, but nothing like okay. So that dude from Las Vegas is originally from Michigan, and he put on some big hits.
Led a hard life, I heard too. What I heard.
Yeah, well, it's Michigan, man.
Yeah, guess so.
Buffalo headed to Cincinnati for the Sunday night game. Uh-oh, Shawnee, there you are.
Yeah, something just flashed over. That was weird. What was that?
I don't know. You kind of popped out and you popped back in.
Something Russian.
Buffalo headed to Cincinnati next week.
Cincinnati, I got that one.
Or not next week, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. I do as well. Buffalo's got a little better record. Look at the over is 50.5.
Crazy, man.
Do not play those defenses if you don't have to.
Absolutely not.
Monday night football. Lost.
That was a tough one for me.
Yeah, dude. Cincy. Inglorious Stacker. Nice for you to join us.
What's up, Inglorious? And Inglorious.
That's a good song. Chargers against the Jets.
I thought long and hard about that one actually. I'm not gonna lie, just because it's a Monday night game, the Jets are home, all the different factors involved, and like I originally almost wanted to go Jets for a bit, but then I decided like I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay.
Just because the fact that quarterback's better, they do have in my opinion, one of the greatest, the great guys of the last, 5 fantasy leagues is your wide receiver. Eckler is also good. The Jets have Breece Hall right now is the running game. They just have a running game and a defense right now. If the Chargers go ahead on them, like Keenan Allen starts like getting 50 yards in the first quarter, it's gonna look like curtains to the Jets. Just so the fact that they have Keenan Allen,
Herbert, whatever,
damn, whatever stupid,
Oh, it's
whatever his
not
name
half the
is.
shit. There's 7 seconds left.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers this week against the Jets.
Harbaugh's getting ready to have them bomb one down the field here.
Send it.
They're at the 40. Here it comes.
Send it.
Got a man in motion. Here's the snap.
Take him. Go. Burn him.
There's the bomb. No,
Send
dropped.
it. No, it's me.
2 seconds left. We still got a play to get off.
You get one play. Anything can happen.
Harbaugh's got his hands on his knees, looking up at the clock. He says, "Let's just kneel it."
Let's just go back and chew some bubble gum and figure out what we're doing next.
Let's see what they do here. They ain't gonna kneel it. They're running a play.
No, Smeagol. They're
2
doing
seconds left.
No.
Here we go. He drops
Did he
back.
get it?
He's running around. He's running around. He's in circles.
Throw the
He's
ball,
got a
dummy.
block. He got
Yeah.
shoelace
Yeah.
tackled
Yeah.
down end of the
Yeah.
half.
He done. Yep. All right.
Love
Erase that.
college football, man.
Yeah.
He
done.
could easily bombed it. Would have been a touchdown. Nope. Ran around in circles. His shoelace tackle. That's the end of the half.
Ran around the family with a pocket full of sack. Yeah.
Here we go, buddy.
That's
We
it.
got one. This is the most we've got
This is a big one.
since we've started
Big
this. We've
week.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games potentially.
Oh, snap.
You are leading 14-8, and I've
That could
gone to
tie
a
you.
very, very small
Again.
high school, but my math is very well. Got a potential to come back and tie. It ain't over till it's over,
Another
right?
potential tie. It absolutely.
So the game I thought long and hard on was the Rams in Green Bay.
Okay.
I know I probably should pick the Rams, but I'd really like to see Green Bay win one at home. Even though they're in the division. And who do the Lions play in week 10? Let me check that quick. Because I know we're gonna have Green Bay over Thanksgiving. Let me check.
Tampa Bay you play in week 10, or am I wrong?
I hope so, man.
I'm trying to
I hope you're not wrong. Nah, Chargers. We got the Chargers.
Chargers now. Okay. So
well, we're going. We're going to
memory.
Yeah, so we're going there. And then I think so Green Bay will be on a bye next week. And then week 11, I believe that's Thanksgiving weekend that we're going to be playing them. So let me double check. No, so we have 2 conference games back to back. We've got the Bears on the 19th. Then we're going to turn around in week 12. We'll have the Thursday game against the Packers on Thanksgiving Day.
That'll be
right there at Ford Field. So that's great. And
33 to 17 probably game. You guys are probably to destroy that, and I'd be lucky.
Well, we got the potential. We got the potential to win the next 3 in a row: Chargers, Bears, and then Green Bay.
That's
what are we sitting at? 6-2. We're 6-2.
I'd put some money on that.
6-2.
3 in a row. Yeah.
So looking to be going to be looking good, man. And that's 2 conference games. 2 conference games. And put them lights out. Those 2 weeks right there should put us clinched for our division, our conference.
Secure you guys for your playoff run. Yeah. I mean, I've even as an Eagles fan, I always hate saying that, obviously you want to root for your own team, and as an Eagles fan, I want to root for my guys, obviously, to not only get there like we did last year, but let's not have the NFL screw us and false flag white that are painted yellow tossed to the field and win this one. But if we're not supposedly NFL scripted and destined to win it, then I've kind of said that I've said in the beginning of this year, this whole your team movement, everything that's kind of happened with your team, from the coach to the players they acquired, just everything is almost mimicking the same season that the Rams required all those new players, new quarterback.
Sure.
The Super Bowl and won.
Yeah.
I have a feeling
3 years ago.
Guys have the squad this year. I mean, most teams don't really have a stud quarterback. Stud tight end, if you will, right? Most have been at most 3 teams have had a tight end that's anything of if you have in fantasy, you're starting them every week. Let's go back in recent history. You got Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and you
I'd
know,
throw Gronkowski in
probably
there. I
and
would definitely
Gronkowski,
throw
yeah,
Gronkowski in
Gronkowski
there.
were the three guys that were like, guaranteed to get you stuff. Well, Gronkowski's not there anymore. He's now
No.
selling Tide Pods to little kids and
Selling
trying to
Tide
be
Pods to little kids.
and still trying to get into USAA insurance, but because he didn't serve in the military and he's not married to somebody in the service, he's not going to be getting any counts anytime soon there. So he's gone. George Kittle's not really the same caliber he was before. It's just because
Isn't
San
he, or is he
Francisco.
just struggling at the position of
It's
quarterback? Like
it's because
he's making big plays yet.
it is, but it's the fact that San Francisco has now picked up certain players, i.e.,
Well, you
Christian
don't have Debo
McCaffrey
Samuels in,
and
but I mean he's out, and Kittle the past couple of weeks has done really well, I think,
he's been
and
doing good.
Debo's been out.
I can't fault him on that, but as far as like what he used to do in previous years, because they needed him
Sure,
because they didn't have a Christian McCaffrey scoring
exactly. No, they didn't.
50
They
fantasy
didn't.
points every they can just give here's Christian McCaffrey, here's the ball, do your thing. That's what they do. Put the ball in his hand, he does his thing. Every play. Oh, here, we'll throw it to you. You do your thing. I mean,
Just
he's
go
he's,
do
he's
something.
poised to get like
Watch your hammies.
144
Watch your
touchdowns
hammies.
by the end of the year, just the season alone. It's absurd. He's getting like 5, 6 touchdowns every game. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but the guy's a monster. So because he's there, Kittle's no longer irrelevant anymore. And Kelsey's obviously relevant because now he's more than ever because they just yanked out Tyreek Hill and threw him in the Dolphins. So now you lost your power wide receiver. So now your WR1 is now your TE1. That's the
Yeah,
same guy.
right. Yeah,
That's why he's relevant. But if Rasheed Rice now is their rookie is elevates to be their WR1, well, then technically Kelsey's little thing won't be completely shot, but it'll take a little hit. So
little hit,
back
little
to my
hit.
original statement about like not everybody having a power tight end, like the fact that you guys have Sam Laporta, a rookie coming in, everybody laughed at. Tight end 2 on the depth chart ain't going to do nothing. First game in, scored some stupid points. Okay, you're elevated. You're now starter. Running
Yep,
the ball every
yep.
freaking week, getting like at least 7, 11 targets every single week. Potentially, if they get to the Super Bowl, I'm going to call it now. Put your bets in now. I'm just gonna you can call me
Get
Nostradamus if
some
it hit.
spy
If it
codes.
doesn't hit, then don't be hate me. It's just I'm just looking at the future and trying to just pinpoint where it's going to land. And where I think it's going to land is if your boys make it to the Super Bowl, I can guarantee you the rookie of the year will be Sam Laporta, and it'll be the first time a
Yeah, and we
tight
talked about
end,
that a couple weeks ago. First
first
time
time
be
a
a tight
tight end
end.
since the
Yep,
'60s will have that, and
yep.
he'll be the guy that'll be like, so your team is stacked, dude. A tight end. It is proved last week that your RB2 rookie guy can. So now you got 2 rookie players who
That
have
are
shown
solid.
up and are
That are
and are
solid.
they're just crushing. When does that ever happen in recent history? It's never happened. Sorry, it's never happened. 2 guys, 2 different positions on one team go from rookie status to the bench to starting after week 1 every single week, crushing it. David Montgomery come back. You get two running backs now that in my equivalent are the same thing as like a running core as a Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle as they got Dolphins.
Right.
Amon St. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the last 3 years to show up because he's he's crazy what he can do. He's a mutant. He's an alien. I'm just gonna say he's come from the sun. So I call him a
If it's
mod
close,
tron, golf
he's gonna
god.
make an attempt at it.
He's gonna crush it. So him, Laporta, and then your quarterback ain't no slump, man. I mean, people can say
No.
what they want, but look at his numbers, dude. His numbers are pretty good. So, and your defense is solid. I mean, like you guys have a solid run. You guys could
It
take it down.
it took a couple years to bring it all together, and the coach is
It
doing a
did.
good job.
I mean,
I
well,
just looked at a
the
stat behind me.
yeah.
Michigan is on a 20 home game win streak right now.
Wow.
Michigan is. Randy, are you
Incredible.
still in the house? Because I want to get this out before we do start making our separate ways.
Randy, where's he at?
Randy, are you still in the house? Because I caught
Calling
that.
Randy.
I caught that
APB out for
stat,
Randy.
and it
Randy,
reminded me.
Randy, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Randy? Randy, are
Ooh,
you
July
okay?
2024 Paris Olympics.
Uh-oh. The Olympics are gonna go to Paris.
They are, yeah. They're showing commercials now. Showing commercials now. Okay,
There's
Randy's in the
Randy.
house. All right,
He's
Randy,
here.
listen to this one.
He's present.
You might find it interesting. You might not.
Oh, it's a story time.
It's story time.
Story
Hometown
time.
football team just up the road from where I live. Won their districts. He's laughing. Won their district title last night. They are now 11-0, moving on to the regionals. On that team, there is a field goal kicker, and he just broke the state record for field goals for a career. I want to say it's 208. So he tied it, and then whatever the record was, I think it was either the record was 204 or 206. So he's either got 206 or 208, one of the two. But he tied it and then beat the record by 2 field goals not field goals, extra points last night. And that's pretty big for that dude. Pretty big for that dude.
Yeah, the fact that he's got a couple more games and the fact that he got the most like extra points in a college kid, not college, a high school.
Thanks for the update, Nick.
High school stat career, if you will. That call it career in high school. You should be studying your books and learn not to be a dummy. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure
Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma.
I'd be curious to see what other states have that kind of record, to see if like what's the what Texas has for like their like
well, let's take a quick
guide. So that'd be interesting.
Let me take a quick look. That can be done. That can be done.
Nick's Coin says Brock Bowers is awesome. Georgia 30, Missouri 21.
Career state
UGA.
Texas state record for extra points in high school.
I can hear my dog in the background whining. I feel bad. He loves me so much. My dog is really imprinted on me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I had to tell everybody like keep him away from me, because he'll be like whining. He'll lay here on the floor and he'll just whine. I'm like, dude, like what do you want from me? Like this, if it's not like petting his belly or filling his face full of food, he's just like playing with the other dogs.
Next Elliott, yeah, no doubt.
Whatever.
Okay, Texas football individual records. Texas high school football individual records right here.
Extra
single game
point.
rushing, receiving, scoring, kicking, longest field goal, single game, career extra points made right here.
There we go.
304 is the Texas
Holy
state record
crap.
from 2011 to 2013.
What?
Yeah, high school.
Damn.
Aldo.
Never heard of it.
Chance Navarez.
They probably eat steak and corn all day long. Probably what happens.
Chance Navarez.
Corn.
So the guy closest to him was actually the same season. Kicked 296.
Wow. And he did 300 and how many?
304. So it doesn't tell me how many he missed or made, but he made 304 extra points made.
On your boy.
Now, mind you, this is their high school. This is their high school career. So this could be maybe all four years playing varsity. I don't know.
He might have got held back a year. Maybe he was a failure in 10th grade, and maybe he was doing drugs.
Purposely failed. I'm going for the kicking record. Now, down at the bottom, it says updated through 2018. So this is only updated to 2018.
Oh, so they got 5 years of stats they haven't. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. What the hell is that? Oh, somebody's running upstairs.
Kids are loose.
They're always loose. I'm going to go Michigan State record and see what it actually was.
I am curious about that Michigan State.
Are you really?
Very curious. I'm a curious character.
32-28 halftime. Thank you, Randy. All right.
Randy with the update. Randy with your update now. Tune in next time.
Most touchdowns in Michigan high school. Okay.
Yep, Nick. Buddy. He is. Buddy's he's a ham. I love him, but
records right here. Michigan High School Association.
I think that child that just needs extra little care to you can do it, big guy.
Individual records, 11 player coaches, team records. Individual 8 player, 11. Okay, game, season. Oh no, this is not set up like. Okay, touchdowns, season, career, field goals. That's longest. Okay, so we're getting closer.
We're getting there.
Not set up.
Radar's getting there.
Extra points.
Bam.
Oh, we want career. Games
All-time.
consecutive season.
All time. All time.
Come on. Okay, so he's actually got 207. So he's got him by 2 at 209.
Right
A
there.
kid, but Brandon Stoles out of D. White, Michigan.
D. White.
I don't know. So yeah, 207 was the number. And that has been broken. And that was set from. So the kid that's got the record
Mm-hmm.
in the 2021 2022 season, he kicked 151 extra points.
Yes, right. I'm listening. Sorry, Rand.
151 extra points he kicked in 26 games out of those
in
2
26
seasons.
games he did that. That's absurd, dude.
He made 144 of them.
44. Love it.
I don't understand about what though. What is she making fun of? Deflategate is like
Randy's
like
turning.
legit.
Is she even here? Is she
like
still
that.
Here?
Like that's legit.
Typing and waiting.
And the Michigan thing is still under investigation. And I think the kid that was actually doing it, didn't he just get picked up for trying to solicit like a 12-year-old girl or something?
Wait, what? What happened here?
So the person in question, the Michigan staffer that was supposedly hired or working on his own, stealing signs from different teams. This is all speculated.
You mean like signs like the thing they wave in the air?
No. The signs they're calls. They're calls. Play calls.
Okay. Call signs. Gotcha. Play
calls. Has just been picked up for like trying to hook up with a 12 or 13-year-old.
What? Are you serious,
so,
dude?
Whatever's being said in the, I was going to share something with you guys last night too, and it wouldn't share. It was a very popular sports podcaster. He was talking about it, about jumping to conclusions and mainstream media and all this stuff. And the whole time, Jim Harbaugh is just playing it cool. The media is talking about how Michigan's going to pull his contract because of this. Well, Michigan never talked about pulling his contract and actually added years and money to his contract. Yeah. So whatever's going on has to do with the NCAA and not Michigan football. So whatever it is, and whatever it ain't. It's going to come to an end. They'll find out something some point in time. But, Randy, to your point, nothing has been decided yet, and Deflategate was real. So that's the difference here. Big Ten.
I guess it's all conspiracy until it's all finally exposed. Like I always say, there's a thin line between conspiracy and truth. So,
sure. So until then, we'll know.
I hope he's not a child diddler. If he is, he deserves to get shot, in my opinion. But anyway.
Oh, that's the truth about that. Like the dude was picked up. I think he had a bottle of whiskey with him as well.
Oh, jeez. That just
bottle of something. It was either whiskey or vodka. Whiskey or vodka.
Look
that up quick too.
Yeah.
But hey, dude, good luck. I think I'm gonna pull through, win all 6, tie this up. Gonna be 14-14 next week. Exactly,
yeah,
sir. Don't mess with the kids.
Never know. You got the circle meets the square to get to the tie game, but you never know. Randy says I saw the sign. He saw the line. He opened up the play call, saw the sign. Deflate the football. Nick Coyne loves her flip coin. Sorry, I'll stop.
Good job on that thumbnail again, brother.
Thumb it up.
Good job
smash
for you.
Like on the way out, everybody.
Don't forget, smash that like. There was a couple new guys in here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Randy, Surfer, Nick,
here,
thanks for always being here. We will be out here next week.
Y'all.
All right. Be good, y'all. Later.
All right, man. See you, Pauly.